Hello there, fellow foodies. Welcome to another episode. I feel like such a YouTuber now trying to say that. Anyway, I thought I'd do a video today about all the books and online materials and resources that I've picked up over the last 18 months that have really helped me and sort of, shape the kind of vegan I am today. This is not a comprehensive list. This is just sort of my really top ones that I'd highly recommend and have really helped me. I thought I'd break it down into a few sections. The first section on food, so just what recipes are out there, how you can actually achieve a plant-based diet on a day-to-day basis. Then I'm going to talk a bit more about the stuff I've read on the actual biology and medical elements of veganism. And then also I'm going to just talk through a couple of really big political figures in the vegan movement, so more activism, people that I admire and who really brought me to the movement. First of all, let's talk about food. That's why we're all here. A lot of people want to go vegan and they're really interested in the lifestyle, but they just don't know day to day how you're going to achieve it. The first book that I'm going to talk about is Deliciously Ella. I was obsessed with Deliciously Ella when I went vegan. This is the first book that she brought out. It's all whole food recipes, so super healthy. She's actually a gluten-free vegan. Ella suffered with an autonomic nervous system disorder, but she used a plant-based diet to cure that, and within 2 years she was off medication, and now she's healthy and running a massive business. I just really like the book because for me, it was just recreating all the stuff that I used to enjoy as an omnivore, so stuff like lasagna and pasta and cakes and all that kind of stuff, but not only being vegan, but also being whole foods as well. Another book is called Oh She Glows by Angela Liddon. She was a woman recovering from an eating disorder. I'm not saying that's the answer to everyone, but that was just her story and it's quite inspirational. And the everyday simple recipes to something a bit more imaginative and fun. She's got a load of stuff in her book. Also really vibrant, beautiful pictures, so it's really Insta-worthy and it makes you just want to do it. Okay, we're going to move on to online resources. The first is a YouTube couple called Hot for Food. Amazing recipes. They turn things like burgers and nachos and all that really fun stuff and just completely veganize it and make it look probably even better than the original. They also have a recipe section, literally recipe ? They take basically whatever is left in their fridge and they just have to make something good out of it, which is really good because there's a lot of people out there, and I used to be like this, where I didn't know the first thing about cooking, and you sort of think, well, where do I start? Do I need all these luxurious ingredients? And you don't. You just need to look and see what's in the back of your cupboard or in your fridge. Yeah, they're a good place to start. Okay, next. I discovered this channel, again, quite recently, but I fell in love with it when I saw it. It's a channel called Cooking with Plants. Her name's Anya. She's a mother living in Australia. She lost up to 40 pounds by switching to a plant-based diet. She focuses on a lot of really like whole foods and high carb foods, so taking really humble ingredients like potatoes and rice and vegetables and making them into these amazing family dinners. She even has a whole section just on what you can do with potatoes, so there really is no excuse not to give her recipes a go. Her stuff is amazing and she has a really catchy tune. Cooking with plants, vegan made easy. Final two YouTubers, Thriving on Plants and Tess Begg. Both of them are primarily high carb vegans, so a lot of fresh fruit and potatoes and rice, so really healthy. They do a lot of these what I eat in a day videos, so for people out there that aren't really sure how vegans can go a whole day, breakfast, lunch and dinner, and slot in all their healthy vegan recipes, they give loads of examples. Most of it is incredibly healthy and they both look amazing doing so. So yeah, I'd really give that a go as well. I'm going to move on to more medical and theoretical resources. The first one I'm going to start with is this. So the 80-10-10 diet, written by Douglas Graham. It discusses the importance of raw fruits and vegetables like leafy greens in a human's diet and really gets down to the nut and bolt as to why we are physiologically, biologically herbivores. Really talks about why a high carb, sort of high fruit diet is so beneficial to a human lifestyle. I'm not in no way saying that everyone should become a raw vegan, but in my own life, I've benefited a lot from incorporating a lot of raw fruits and getting in more greens into my diet, even if I cook them or not. So it's been really inspirational for me. And it's a really fascinating read, so I'd really recommend it. The next two, and they're two very different YouTubers. So the first one I'm going to recommend is Bite Size Vegan. She goes through a lot of medical literature and she very periodically explains why dairy isn't good for you, why meat isn't, why eggs aren't, answers all the big questions that so many vegans face. So she's a great resource, and particularly from a medical standpoint, she does her research incredibly well and she's very informative. On the other side of that, there's another YouTuber. He might not be very palatable. He's quite a controversial figure in the vegan movement, but his name is Vegan Gains. Big talker when it comes to why veganism is the best choice for your health, backed up by a lot of medical research, but he is quite controversial. So if you can stand his delivery and look at the content, I recommend you do, because he schools a lot of people out there. And yeah, he's really taken me on a journey to health. Another book that I'd recommend is The Starch Solution by Dr. John McDougall. It's similar to 80-10-10 in that it's talking about how a specific group of foods can really promote health in a human lifestyle. But yeah, this one capitalizes on starches, so we're talking about potatoes and rice. So yeah, look it up, check it out. Finally, going to talk about some more political resources out there. First and foremost, I have to talk about him. He is one of my all-time heroes, one of the most inspirational vegan figures in my opinion, Gary Yoroufsky. He is a public speaker. He is the man when it comes to vegan ethics and why we should be viewing animals in a different way in our lives. He has the greatest speech that you will ever hear. Definitely up there, I'd say. If you look that up in YouTube with Gary Yoroufsky, his resource will come up. He also has a really informative blog called adapt.org, but I'll drop the link. Basically answers to anything, any ethical questions that you could give to him, he answers. Really great resource and just super inspirational guy. Another person, she hasn't got that many videos, but the videos that she has done on veganism and vegan ethics have gone viral. YouTuber called Erin Janus. She does like videos on why dairy's bad, why eggs are bad. So comprehensive, quickly firing all of those hardline facts, but really informative, and I'd recommend her. If you are interested in feminism as well as veganism, which is me, I'd recommend a book called The Sexual Politics of Meat by Carol J. Adams. Some of you might already be familiar with the book. It's quite a famous book. Totally fascinating read. The links between female oppression and animal oppression are undeniable. For any feminists out there that are sort of active within the feminist movement, but you're new to veganism, I'd really recommend this read because the parallels it makes are really insightful. And if we can be fighting for more than one cause, yeah, we should be doing it as activists. So that would be a good gateway for people. So yeah, that's kind of my list. There are a lot of YouTubers out there that I subscribe to and I love. These are just sort of the ones that are really out there and I think would be really useful and good starting places for people to begin their journey. Once you look at these initial things, you'll see more people pop up and you can do your own research in your own time. But this is what I'd recommend and has personally really helped me. Any questions you have, yeah, just drop it in the comments and I'll happily answer. Yeah, just knowledge is power. Educate yourself as much as you can and it'll make veganism that little bit easier. The more you know initially, the easier it will be and the more you'll get used to it and you'll never want to look back. So yeah, that's me. Thanks. Okay, bye.